This is Terry Cagle with Porch Matters Podcast, and you are listening to Bigfoot Club.
Hey guys, please go to our website at www.bigfootclubpodcast.com. Check out our merch and all episodes. Also, please look for our social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Bigfoot Club 1. That's Bigfoot Club number 1. Also, check out Matt Knapp's Bigfoot Crossroads on YouTube. Check out our new sponsor. For your Bigfoot-sized coffee cravings, visit cbgindustries.store. They have over 40 products to choose from. When you enter promo code FIRSTSIP, you will receive a discount on your first order. Remember, every moment has its flavor.
Bigfoot Club, Season 5, Episode 13. I'm here with my nephew, Steven. Steven, say what's up.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, you know, I'm tired. We just got back from Scouts swimming.
Oh, yeah, you guys were swimming.
Yeah. Pretty tired. And I was like, well, we can do a show after we swim.
We should have done one yesterday.
And we should have, but yeah, it is what it is.
It's okay.
Yeah. We're doing one right now, and that's all.
Yeah, that's all that matters. I've been kind of sick lately.
Yeah. You wanna talk about that, or you just
I don't know. Anxiety is a killer, and I've had a lot of anxiety.
So there's different types of anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and one of the terrible side effects, I think I can contribute to this too because I felt the same way. I never told you this, but whenever I worked at DART,
I can only imagine.
I had when anxiety can stretch your stomach out so much that you can get diarrhea.
Yeah,
and I had diarrhea like every 2 to 3 days. And
yeah,
I was used to it. I was like, I guess this is it. So that's what you were having.
Yeah, I've had it since July the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know we talked about it on maybe like 2 shows ago or something like that. I said I didn't feel that good, and man, it's just it can be a killer sometimes, and it's hitting me really hard, and part of it is just I just think I just care too much about some certain things, and some certain things were bugging me pretty bad, but anyway, I think I'm past that now, so I'm doing better. It just takes a little time to.
But it's funny how the stuff like that makes you stop drinking or stop eating certain things, and you kind of cut out on the soda drinking, because of it.
Yeah,
and it shows you lost some weight.
I probably lost like 20 pounds or something like that. So
it's amazing how if you just cut out sodas, in general, not diet, not regular, you cut it all out and you just drink nothing but either tea or water or fucking flavored water. Your body is like, oh, okay, and then it just.
Yeah, I had a hard time holding any sugar down, so I just drank water, ate rice, bananas, and toast.
You're basically doing a Brad diet.
Yeah, and like mashed potatoes and some chicken, not a whole lot of chicken, but some. But I think I've gotten past that, so I think I'm good now. So
you're in a good spot.
Yeah. So
not in a tight spot.
Yeah.
Damn, we're in a tight spot. Brother Rato.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie. What else is going on with you? You haven't streamed in a while, have you?
No, I haven't streamed because the wife has been working from home, and she works the same time I stream. And it's hard to do it. It's hard to stream while she's at the same desk where I stream.
Yeah,
where she's working. But it's all good. I'm actually going to start streaming again next week because she goes back to the office.
Okay.
And I'll be on Monday. Yeah. Trying to hurry up and finish Final Fantasy 16 because that game is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get on that one.
Yeah,
because I changed.
You could, however, put it on your phone and not watch it, but like have it playing in the background.
Yeah,
it can count as a view, or it does count as a view. But that's if you want to do it.
Yeah, I can probably do that
because isn't it like kind of dead?
Yeah, the job I'm at, it's kind of dead from like 5 o'clock all the way on to like 11.
Yeah, so you can probably. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it's an option.
Yeah,
to do that.
So, anyway, so you got anything else? Any other news you want to talk about, or? No.
No, I got been playing Diablo 4 on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Rekindled a friendship that I haven't talked to in a while, and
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's it is what it is.
Yep.
But,
hey, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Wes Anderson with In the Shed with Wes. He was on our show maybe about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he just started doing his show back again. You really should listen to this episode.
Yes,
and
you were telling me so much about it.
Yeah, it's a great episode. He does a great shout out. I think his last 2 shows he's done a lot of shout outs to us.
Yeah,
and anybody that's listening to our show should go over to listen to his show because he talks about politics and the NBA, the NFL, college football, college basketball. And then he talks about paranormal toward the end.
Yeah.
He says paranormal, but it's more like supernatural stuff, supernatural events and stuff like that. So
he's definitely has a plethora of different stuff that he's not afraid to talk about.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got a very calming voice. I'll say that as often as I can, because didn't he say he's like, oh, I hate my voice. I don't like how it sounds.
Yeah, he did.
I think everybody hates their own.
He's such a good dude. He's such a good dude. Such a good person. I mean, he's like Matt, Reginald Bartholomew Nappers. Yeah, with Bigfoot Crossroads. He's such a good dude, and I like I like his genre because we don't do it, and I like it. So because we don't talk politics on this show at all. No. I mean, it's nothing against his show. He does a great because he's not a right wing. He's not a leftist. He's an independent, and he reports on stuff that the mainstream media does not.
Yep.
And he gives his opinion, whether it's he like I said, he doesn't go to the left or go to the right. He just calls it down the middle. So he does a good job on it, and I love his paranormal segment, and it's pretty cool. So
yeah.
So this past week, and I know we don't talk about UFO stuff that much. I feel
like we have.
Yeah, recently
because everything has been just happening like crazy with this.
Did you happen to catch the news or went on this past Wednesday? It was Tuesday. I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday.
I think it was Wednesday.
So did you happen to catch the news whenever this was going on live?
No, I didn't watch it live. I didn't even know anything about it until you sent me a TikTok of the snippets of it. I think it's crazy. I think but you know what? It's so funny because you have a lot of people who are conspiracy theorists, and they're all like, "Yeah, it's great that the UFO." They're talking about UFOs, but what are they really trying to hide in the media?
Right.
Media is media, Whatever comes up, comes up. They'll hide some things, but you gotta at least acknowledge, like, holy shit, like, there's finally are saying that, you know what, UFOs exist, and even on that video, which was kind of creepy, is that he said some are hostile.
Yeah.
And their technology is obviously way above ours.
What I thought it was really interesting is that he chooses not to use the word alien or extraterrestrial.
He corrects them every time they say alien or UFOs.
He says non-human.
Non-human. And that's a little scary.
It is a little bit, but
you can't help but feel like, God dang, that's creepy. Like,
there's
all the stuff that we're finally, because a lot of people always said, just admit it. I wish the government would just admit it. And then finally when we admit it, we're like, yeah, but what are they really trying to hide?
There's tons of TikTokers right now that are saying that, that that the economy is so bad that the government is releasing stuff like this so you can take the money off the economy and inflation and stuff. And that's probably about as far as politics we're gonna talk, but I just thought it was kind of funny how
and then you got the economy hit is so bad too that they're like, oh, aliens are real, okay, cool, but I got to pay the next bill. Or gas is so high. That's what I'm focusing right now is my bills, my life. Aliens exist, cool, all right, I guess. So What's that? What is the guy's name?
David Grusch. So it says here, the former military intelligence officer turned whistleblower told the House lawmakers in Congress in being kept in the dark about unidentified anonymous phenomenon. Then they were saying UAPs to change from UFO to UAPs. And allegedly at the hearing, the executive branch agencies would have withheld information about mysterious objects for years. David Grusch, who served 14 years as an intelligence officer for the Air Force and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, appeared before the House Oversight Committee and National Security Committee alongside two former fighter pilots, had firsthand experience with UAPs. So Grusch served as a representative on the two Pentagon task force investigating UAPs until earlier this year. He told lawmakers that he was informed of multi-decade UAP crash retrieval for reverse engineering programming during the course of his work examining classified programs. He said that he was denied access for those programs when requested it, and accused the military of misappropriating funds to shield their operations from congressional oversight. He later said that he had interviewed officials who had direct knowledge in the aircraft with non-human origins, and that so-called biologics were recovered from some crafts. So I thought that was kind of interesting a little bit. So there's a video here. I'm going to play real quick.
Do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Or used to be known as UFOs, amid growing public interest about potential extraterrestrial life beyond planet Earth. The committee heard testimony from three witnesses today. One was a former
pilots who piloted this craft.
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. Grusch underscored that he has not personally spotted a UAP, told the panel that he knows of multiple colleagues who were injured by UAPs. He also said that he has interviewed individuals who have recovered non-human biologics from crash sites. Grusch said that he preferred to use the term non-human rather than alien or extraterrestrials. Asked by the Rep. Eric Burleson, from Republican from Missouri, to sustain the crash UAP's claim, and former intelligence officer said that he could not divulge specific details on which, claiming the information was too sensitive to share with the public. So, if anybody actually goes to, they can get it from, I think his interview was on Web Nation news source, and so he was saying that he doesn't have any documentation, or he actually didn't see these UAPs or these recovered vehicles, but he's interviewed like over 40 people regarding this, and that colleagues talking to him. So the thing that kind of bugged me a little bit about this one was, how come he's not dead? So
yeah,
I mean, unless as soon as he decided to do this, he went straight to the news, and once the news started talking to him and started broadcasting it, they can't. The only thing I think they're going to probably do to him is discredit him now.
So here's my thing on this, and this is just me, I guess seeing too many movies.
Yeah.
On this. He found out they found out that he knew, and I think they kind of threatened him, and I think he felt unsafe. And the best way to, I guess, be safe is to be on the spotlight. He, I guess, whistleblower. That's what went straight to the media. And now that he's out there, I think they're like, damn it.
I'm going to be super surprised if they don't do this. Like, there's like news agencies or articles that come out about this guy's background now.
Oh yeah.
Say, you know, something that he, you know, he was like, he beat his wife or
he has a history of mental illness
or he, you know, was disgruntled or something. And so I wouldn't be surprised if something like comes up within, I don't know, the next couple of weeks or something like that. So
I'd say the next week. Yeah.
So
this coming up a couple days, because talking about something crazy, like to go to do this, I guess, this type of interview, Congress. And what are your thoughts on that though? What are your
I don't know. I think it's just kind of odd that all this stuff is coming out now. And, I mean, this is strange times.
It is.
It's strange times. And, I'm lost for words on this, because like for them to do news about this, because they'd always keep this hush hush. And somebody on the page, on the Bigfoot Club page, was saying, you know, that it won't be long before, you know, the government's going to, you know, admit that they're Bigfoot or Sasquatch or something like that. And I don't think they're going to do that, because UFOs are in the sky, and it's theories, and it's like conspiracies and stuff like that. You can't do nothing with the sky, you know. You can't. Now, if you were to say there's a Bigfoot, like say in Montana or Wyoming or Oklahoma or something like that, then you have other parameters that you have to start thinking about. You have to start thinking about, you know, protection, because these animals are on the ground, and you know they don't know enough about them, how fast they move, or what's their range. And so if their range is wide, then they're going to be protected, or they're going to have like conservation land, that there's not going to be any construction. There's going to be not any expansion. There's not going to be any logging. There's not going to be any kind of development, any kind of like fracking, or, you know, anything that will harm the environment.
Yeah.
So then you have like mass, you know, companies that are affected, logistics and stuff like that. So I don't think I don't think the government's going to do that with like a Bigfoot or anything cryptid. You know, that's just me. What are your thoughts?
How about them releasing something about Bigfoot or the alien thing?
No, about Bigfoot.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I don't think, because it's different, because it's Earth, it's here, it's in the U.S., or it's just on the world. I guess the government would have to just worry about the U.S. part of it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's there's just so much that they probably have to do. And who knows? They probably already secretly done it, and it's always been there. You just haven't really. You know, who's to say that we get multiple? There's probably multiple, you know, findings, or probably hunters accidentally shoot a Bigfoot, and then they phone it in. They find out before obviously anybody else, and they go to the person and be like, "Hey, we know what you did. You're gonna keep this hush hush. Like, we're gonna willing." They'd probably give them some type of money to hush hush on it, because they obviously don't want that in the news.
Yeah, I
think
think
local hunter, like, you know, kills baby Bigfoot.
Yeah, there's been a couple people, you know, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them any kind of glory or anything like that. There's a couple dudes that said they've killed baby Bigfoots, and they've tried to go back and look for the evidence, and, you know, mysteriously they're gone and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I think someone's asked me the question before, you know, what would you do, you know, if you were in charge of a Bigfoot being killed or discovered, you know, from the government? You know, how would you handle that? And the way I always answer is that if a body's found or something's like discovered, I would be in cahoots with maybe like a university and maybe a news outlet, and they could simultaneously be there at the same time. Because if I were to discover Bigfoot, I would not get any money for it. I wouldn't want any money for it, because if you're the one who discovers it, then you'd be like iconic. You'd be like Neil Armstrong. First guy on the moon.
Yep.
He's not rich, but he's iconic. He's famous.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, if I were to discover a Bigfoot and the government found out about it, because they're going to probably cover it up, and I don't know. That's the way I would always look at it that way. So
I agree. It's like you said, crazy times, and it's not even August yet.
Yeah, and
close. But.
Grusch was saying also the Pentagon has denied Grusch's claims on the cover-up. In a statement with the Defense Department spokesman Sue Guff said the investigators have not discovered any verifiable information to sustain the claims of any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or existed currently. The statement did not address UFOs, and that it not suspected of being extraterrestrial objects. Grusch says that he has become a government whistleblower after his discovery, and he has faced retaliation from coming forward, and he has declined to be more specific about retaliatory tactics, citing an ongoing investigation. It was very brutal and very unfortunate that some of the tactics used to hurt me, both professionally and personally, he said. So, I mean, if he's in this agency, I mean, I get it, coming out and talking, but whenever you do that, man, his career is probably over, right?
I would think so.
I mean, his career's over. He can't get a pension. He can't get another government job.
Like I said, that's why I said I think. Why would somebody go beyond that and risking that,
right?
And throwing that all away? I think he knew too much, and rather than wait for them to do something about it,
right,
he went straight to the media.
So you're saying that he went out to save himself?
Yeah, and probably his family too. Or if he has family, and which I'm pretty sure he does. But yeah, because you can't nowadays. You can't help but vent that stuff when you come home.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about high anxiety and high stress that this guy is going through on this, and that's why I'm saying I think they found out that he found out, or he knows, and they started doing that tactic threat maybe to job wise, personally, and I think he just went out and was like, what, screw this, I'm gonna go straight to the spotlight, and that way it can, if you hear about something happened to me, that something's up.
I think he did the right job of coming out and talking about it. I mean, I hate that he you kind of hit it on the head, and I didn't think about it whenever you were first talking about it. How he came out probably to protect himself and his family, and I was thinking that why would you do that? Why would you?
Yeah.
But,
who does that? Who throws all their career away and does that?
I mean, he's looked super serious on this and these interviews and talking and stuff like that. So. I don't know if this is a misdirection or it's a curveball or something. I don't know.
Like I said, I think there's a lot of people out there who's like, okay, they're telling us about the aliens are real, but what are they really hiding? I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff that if you think about it now, this pisses me off. You have that. They've always known aliens as real and all that stuff. That this has been ongoing. They're hands down, there is a cure for cancer. There is a cure for all cancer, for AIDS, and sucks that they don't want to, share that information because I think it just makes them money. I'm not trying to go off course here, but
no, you're right.
It's. I'm just saying, with that alien technology,
there's so many layers to it.
Yeah, so many layers. There's alien technology. We got alien cells here. Let's do some experimenting on it. See if it cancer hurts them or anything. Nope.
Yeah, because like
sharks, right? Their sharks' immune system.
Yeah, they shoot cancer cells in them, and
their cells kill it, right?
Their cells kill it because they don't have any bones. All they have is cartilage.
Yeah.
And so apparently having all the cartilage inside the shark's body, it has a super immune system because sharks can't stand still. They have to always be their whole life they're moving constantly. They never rest. They never sleep. I think there's like one species of shark that actually can. I forgot who it was or what species it is, but they're constant in the move. They're moving constantly. So I don't know if
so great white sharks don't sleep.
Mm-mm.
That sucks.
Yeah, they're just always eating and always rolling, looking for the one.
Yeah.
Caught easy.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Never sees me ruthless.
Stupid. You just gotta whisper it now. You might as well just say it. You can't whisper it on the mic.
Yeah.
It's still gonna come out clear.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't
Don't sing it softly. Just go ahead and tell me.
Don't whisper it. Just go ahead and sing it. Don't give me a parallel. Just tell me what it is.
Oh man.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Every time when we do a show, and I'm giving y'all the listeners a layout of how it always goes. We always have the TV. The TV's on behind you.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at the TV, and it's either we're watching wrestling in the background, or right now we're watching True Lies.
True Lies, yeah.
True Lies is on.
That's one of our favorite movies.
Yeah, so like we're talking about aliens, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's kicking ass. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, has he done it? He did Total Recall. That was an alien movie, right?
Total Recall was an alien movie, and then
he hasn't done very many alien movies, right?
No,
like space movies other than Total Recall.
Yeah, just Total Recall, and it had aliens on there, right?
Yeah, they had aliens on it. They had like that prostitute with like 3 boobs.
3 boobs.
And the
guy with the huge headache.
Yeah, and looked like he had like a spiral, and then they had Quado.
Oh yeah.
But hold on, he was mutant. He was mutant. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Quaid.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger's never done. He was never on Aliens.
I don't know why I brought that up. I don't know why.
Because we were talking about aliens.
Oh yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
He did take on the devil.
Yeah.
It's a movie you don't like, but I love.
I still don't like that movie.
Come on, man.
He dies in it.
He did it for a good cause.
No. I didn't like the way he did it.
He had to.
No, I don't like the way he did it.
He was possessed by the devil.
Don't give me that. I don't like the way he died.
That was the sacrifice. You know? Yeah. Keanu Reeves did it too on Constantine, but he ended up living.
Yeah. Another good movie.
Yes. Who do you think, I'm going off course here.
Yeah.
Who do you think played the best Satan? Shaitan. Actor.
I liked the guy, what's his name? Vigo.
From the Prophecy.
The Prophecy, yeah.
Prodigy.
Yeah. I thought he played a great one.
And he was only in there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he was only in for 2 minutes. That's all you needed him for.
Wow.
I thought, there's lots of comparisons, and because like I like the guy that I forgot his name that plays in Constantine. I thought he played a good devil. But if you ask me, I would say Vigo.
I would say Vigo, Robert De Niro from Angel Heart.
He was okay.
No, man, he did a great job. And who else? Hold on. Constantine.
You know I can see you coming.
Who's that? Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
I can see you coming.
I can see you and your dog.
To have I can't even do his voice right now. I can't. His is so you take so much energy.
You know, whose voice I've been practicing. I don't know why I've been doing this. I've been practicing the voice of Jesse the Body Ventura.
What?
I don't know.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't have another. I can't do it.
You know, I'm the governor of Minnesota, and I like snacks like Starburst and Skittles. And
there's a wrestler that does a really good job at
yeah.
I forgot his name. Come on, Chris. Don't tell me you don't have another rep in you.
You know,
I've seen it.
You know who does it really good is Will Sasso.
Will Sasso does it pretty good, but the wrestler, he is spot on.
Yeah.
I got to send you that one. Man, I was like, damn, that sounds just like him. Jeez.
Yeah, is he real? Is he real behind the plane?
Oh, yeah. I am telling you right now, that motherfucker
is real.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Do you feel bad for that lady? You know, she better take advantage of that.
I don't know.
There's like a TikTok going on, right? Or TikTok or a short little clip of some lady in a plane. I wish I knew
what plane it was.
Yeah.
But apparently she sat next to somebody and he was wearing a green sweater, a green hoodie, and apparently he's a lizard. So, it came out this year. Aliens are real. Who knows? Maybe she did see something. Blair is heavily convinced that I believe her. She saw something. Quit making fun of her. But there's a guy on TikTok who's like mocking her the way she says it.
Yeah. It's
that
great.
motherfucker right there is not real. It made her sound like Elmo.
Yeah, it did.
Are you trying to find the video?
I'm trying to find the lady's name.
I don't think they might have disclosed it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I mean, you think about it. It's this year. Everything's coming out like that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so much stuff going on. Like, for example, I'll just use this as like an example. Our good friend John Kershaw. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's in Australia, right? There's no history of dogmen in Australia at all. From Aborigines, you can look it up. If someone finds it, please email us at bigfootclub@gmail.com, or just go to our page or Instagram at bigfootclub1 and say that we're wrong, because there's no history of dogmen in Australia. And then John Kershaw has probably one of the best photos I've ever seen of a dogman in Australia. That it was following him as he was on a canoe, fishing on a river. And I asked him, I said, dude, there's no history. I go, there's no history there, right? He says, no, not at all. And so why would dogmen show up in Australia? I mean, I know I argue with Matt on this all the time, because like sometimes he La Chusa or stuff like that, just because, he just doesn't think it's a cryptid or it's real. And I've always argued with him about, dude, some people see things differently than you and I.
Cultural.
Yeah.
Cultural,
so it's a cultural thing, and it's also like some people, like people like mediums, psychics, whatever. I think they're on a different frequency than we are, and they see things like there's some of like I might see like a full body apparition, right? Then you might see a dark mist or a shadow figure or something. So not everybody sees the same thing, and or some people might see just like a torso and a head, or something, or a fog or something. I don't know. It's just like I think people are just different. So for stuff to be going on right now is just there's so much stuff going on, and there's like the veil to me, and I always say this: the veil is always thinning all the time, and a lot more people, and then you got social media, you got everybody's got phones. Everybody's always catching, but the thing about it, there's probably stuff always been there. It's just nobody had phones like in 50s and the 60s,
right?
And so now we're catching a lot more of it and stuff. So is all of it real? Probably not, But there's some of it that I look at. I said, man, this is a second look. I mean, I see people send me tons of videos of security camera stuff, and it's always like a bug on a lens. And I tell them, I go, it's a bug on a lens.
I can't stand that.
And then you see stuff. There's some stuff I've seen that I go, I don't know what that is. That's just weird. And it's just like you just see like weird stuff constantly. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
no, I mean, I think you're right. Do you think Cthulhu is cryptid?
Cthulhu?
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't even have to be that name, but something like that in the ocean. Because, we know more about space than what we know in our ocean.
Yeah.
And that always has, when I heard that quote, that terrified me.
Yeah.
I go, why are we spending so much money on going to space? Yeah, space is great, but if we don't know anything on the bottom of the ocean, that's scary.
Yeah, there's like some parts of the what's it called? The Mariana Trench. It goes like 7 miles deep. And the pressure down there is like so great that, nothing can survive. No like mechanical thing can survive and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a possibility. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
like something like Cthulhu is down there. Like, and a lot of people, like I've seen like a bunch of TikToks on people talking about, the reason why we're seeing all this stuff, like the aliens and stuff like that, is because the father of cryptid, Cthulhu, is pissed off and is moving in the ocean.
Yeah.
And he's being awakened. And I'm all like, ooh, that's very unsettling.
I mean, but if there really was, I mean, I'm not saying there's not a Cthulhu, but if he comes up, I mean, who's he going to attack? Is he going to attack Greenland or?
I don't know.
Ships or something.
What does he do? Like, what a creature that massive? What does it do? Does it come out? Can it make it on land? Does it need water? Like, can we kill it? What is the reason? Why is the reason?
We got to call Oppenheimer.
Shit. I don't know, but something like that. Like, I've read so much too. Like, the reason why we can't go in the ocean because it's hell. That's why the pressure, like no one can go down there, or it's a black hole to outer space. The core is the black hole, and I'm like,
I mean, I know there's probably like thousands of species down there that we hadn't even seen yet, and I know they've caught like the coelacanth is like supposed to had died like millions of years ago. And they've caught it. I get really deep in the water. When they pulled it up, it died. Like it couldn't survive.
Yeah, because that is their environment that they've gotten so used to. And then there's the same thing too. I used to be so scared of giant squids. Like,
I think everybody should be afraid of giant
squids. Is because I think the most that they found,
squids are very, very aggressive.
Yes,
even the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So
to have like a giant one, like, oh gosh, I think the biggest one that they caught that died was like 20 feet.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest one. I think. No, absolutely. You already know how I feel about. Was it thalassophobia?
Yeah,
the fear of the deep of the ocean, and Cthulhu's always been like the nightmare of my dreams.
Would you title it under cryptid, or would you title it under supernatural or paranormal?
I would, see, that's why I wanted to ask you on that. I think it's supernatural, but a lot of people always say, no, it's cryptic. Well, is it though? Because you've never seen, or you never heard of a witness say, oh yeah, I saw Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Like I saw, like
there's tons of stories like in, the old, not the old scriptures, but, old texts of people that travel and, through the Atlantic, like Spain and on Europe and stuff. They always talk about like monsters coming out and taking down ships, but there's no one alive to actually to confirm it. Yeah. So,
but I've always heard like it's squids, like a giant squid or an octopus or something like that. But I don't think there's ever been a witness saying like, oh yeah, we were on our boat and we saw like this massive creature come out of the ocean and was pissed off and it was roaring and our chest vibrated.
Yeah, the Kraken.
The Kraken, yeah.
So
there you go. See, there's another one.
Yeah.
Kraken. So I think that's supernatural to me. If you ask me, like it's it's scary.
Yes, it is.
Stuff is scary, man.
So, how about paranormal stuff? That's pretty scary to you too, right?
Yeah.
Would you go on an investigation or?
I would, but you know how I have to do a deep dive of, is it malicious? Is it because I do want to go to the Baker Hotel because I don't think that's anything malicious there. However, I think
if we were to go, we'd probably have to prepare, and say prayers and stuff like that. And just because like anytime you invite something in, or and it could be simple as like saying like use my energy, or use the camera.
I'm not doing any Zach Bagans.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
So there's ways of accepting stuff in it, and I've heard like so many stories about paranormal spirits being attached to like crystals, certain kind of woods, like woods, not woods in the forest, but like wood. Like on furniture.
Yeah.
Metals. Stone. Certain type of stones like limestone.
Mirrors.
Mirrors. Yeah, of course.
Mirrors is another one that's really bad.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to think of anything else.
I've heard stories about, there was a story once, I don't know if I ever told this story on the show, but there was, this is back when I was a case director for Pentex. There was this guy. I think he was in Guillain. He was military, and he had reached out to me. I think I was like, we used to rotate who was on call. I think it was me, Kendall, James Apple, a couple of the dudes, and it was like weekend that I was on call, and I got a notification that this guy was trying to reach Pentex, and so I called the guy, and he was based in Guillain, and he was telling me that he had came home because he was in housing, and I think he was kind of ranked kind of high. I can't remember. And he was coming home, I think from deployment or something, and he had shipped some stuff from overseas. I want to say he was in Iraq or something, and he had shipped something like that was Persian, like back home. Because my one friend Augustine, he was in the military. He used to ship stuff home all the time. So this guy shipped like a piece of furniture home. He gets home. He had a dog that it was, I guess someone was watching it. He brought the dog home, and he had his own housing. Like, I think when you're higher rank, you can get your own housing. You don't have to bunk with other people or barracks or anything like that. So he had his own place, and he said that he was watching TV, and his dog reacted to someone in the back room. So he pulls his service weapon, and he goes to the back room, and his dog is back there barking at something. And he goes back there, and he says he sees somebody in the back room, and he thought it was somebody wearing all black, and they were facing away from him. And he had his firearm. He was saying, because he was telling them to freeze, that he's going to shoot and all this stuff. And this thing turns around. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. And this thing turns around, and he says it had no face. It was all black, like a black shadow guy. And he says this thing says to him, "We are many."
Yeah, that's not good.
And he said this thing just dissolved away. And I told him, I go, okay. And I asked him, have you been in this housing unit before? He says he hadn't been there very long, and that he had researched it or talked to, I guess, his commanding officer that had anybody died there, or had anybody had any experiences there, and his commanding officer didn't really take him seriously. So I asked him, I said, did you buy anything? I don't know why I asked him this. Did you buy anything new? Do you have anything? And he says, yeah, I bought a wooden like trunk from Iraq. I traded it with somebody for some MREs or something like that, and he got a wooden trunk and he shipped it back. And I told him, I said, what kind of wood is it? He says, it looks really old, like really old and stuff like that. So we had concluded that I thought it was the furniture that this thing had traveled in and showed itself. And then I tried to help the guy. I tried to set up a time to go over there, because I'd have to go and then ask permission to go on the base, because I'm not a relative. And so I think once I started talking about that, he got spooked and hung up. He didn't want to talk to me again. And I called him back. He didn't answer, left him a voicemail. And then I told Kendall about it. And then Kendall and I conference called and called him, and he answered because he didn't recognize Kendall's number. And I said, hey man, I want to help you. Let me help you. And he hung up, and I never got in contact with him again. So, I mean, there's stuff like that, you know.
He's all right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got rid of it.
I don't know. I mean, it's military stuff. So, I mean, they're probably not allowed to talk about that stuff. So.
That's not like military secret. I don't know. It's just something personal that happened to him.
Yeah.
Housing. Yeah. Anything that says the whole Venom shit. We are many. No, I'm out.
Yeah, that's actually biblical. That's
why I'm saying, like, I got goosebumps already now. That's what I'm saying. That Venom. It's great in Venom.
Yeah.
But if you hear that, it's not good.
Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, man, I was like, what? And I go, what did you just say? I mean, I don't know.
How did the voice sound?
You know, I should have asked him that question because we were on a time deal, and I didn't get to ask him a lot of questions because I was going to ask him, you know, where's the power come in, where's the fuse box, where's stuff like that, where's there any transformers outside his place, something that would like boost energy. Was
that piece of furniture in the bedroom?
I believe it was. Yeah.
So it manifests there.
Probably.
Oh man, that is. I remember you telling me about that, and I think
this was a while back.
Yeah, you told me this before you got sick, right?
Yeah, this was probably like, I don't know, 2012.
Oh yeah,
2013. Yeah. So this is like
before the boys were born.
Yeah, this is way before that. So. Yeah,
because I think I kept asking you, hey, you need to reach out to that guy because that sounds bad.
Yeah, it was, and then There's been lots of people that reached out to me, either, with Pentex or then with the Facebook Pentex group. And,
Did you ever tell Scott Perry about that one?
I think I did. But, like I said, I wasn't able to reach the guy back again. This was like years ago. And
you think you would have helped him out with that?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe.
That sounds way. I'm pretty sure if Scott were to feel that, he would probably be like, this is bad.
Yeah. Bad stuff. Bad.
That was the only thing he talked about that happened recently.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to talk.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk to me. He's like, I think he freaked out because I thought, because I didn't have anybody Guillain that could help him, and so I was just going to say, okay, we're going to have to go down there and help you.
And the Ghoul Gals.
Well, I didn't know them back then.
The Ghoul Gals would definitely help. She's going to throw batarangs at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do I, motherfucker. And then
those ladies are amazing.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're funny and they're great.
Mm-hmm. And they're not scared of anything.
No.
That's why I said, I think they would love it. Oh, yeah, fuck, let's go. We are many. We too, man. We too.
What, do they have an accent?
R2, we too.
I know.
That's stupid.
They're Mexican.
Yep.
Beep, 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 boop. So we're at 53 seconds.
53 seconds.
But I think we had to go like 5-7 minutes or something because we had to shut the door.
Shut the door.
Shut the door.
Shut the door, and then we had a hard time loading up the video.
I would say that right now we're over 60,000 downloads, which is great. We're at like 20,000 followers on Facebook and 16,000 likes. So it's building. It's pretty good. I mean, we're averaging probably like around about 600 downloads an episode.
Damn.
Basically. So it's pretty good. I mean, I
just need 600 of those to turn into viewers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start posting stuff more.
I need to. That's my downfall.
You know what you need to do is just do a screenshot whenever you're gaming. Do a screenshot. Mm-hmm. Do a screenshot and then post it. Post it with your link on it, with some hashtags, whatever. Uh-huh. And then, or just like post like screenshots of games that you want
to stream.
Or you want to stream. Right?
I was doing that for a while on TikTok. It's just. Right now, I'm kind of like stuck on limbo. I feel like I haven't really decided yet, but I think after I finish Final Fantasy 16 on Twitch, I think I might be moving on to YouTube Gaming or Kick. I'm not too sure.
So you're not going to be on Twitch anymore?
I don't know. I feel like I owe it to Twitch to try
Stick it out,
but they're not really treating their streamers. Yeah, a lot of people are going to Kick or YouTube because YouTube I think is 70-30.
Wow.
And Twitch is still doing that 50-50 crap. Yeah, Kick is 90-10. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided, but that's where it's leaning towards right now. YouTube gaming is not that difficult.
What's the next game you're gonna
probably Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, that's coming out.
Spider-Man 2 is coming out. Speaking of Venom,
is it gonna have all the Spider-Verse people in it?
Maybe. I don't know. Right now it's just focusing on Peter and Miles teaming up.
So you're not interested in the AEW wrestling game?
No, there's no story there. Dang, Steven, what the hell? You can create your character and it can be so it can be.
This is my Wes Anderson laugh.
That's how he laughs.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
That dude's a funny guy, man.
Yeah, he was talking this week about poop pills. About some.
You were telling me about that, and I was like, why?
It was like some doctor that like is freeze drying poop and putting it in pills. Anybody's poop and putting it in pills, and he was equating it to. He was saying her name. I can't remember her name, but he was saying her name. He goes, what if she's single and she goes on a date, and her date asks her, "What do you do for a living?" And then she says, "I freeze dry poop and make people do it to have a better life." Because do you think this girl going to get a second date? No.
Any chance her date's going to pay for the bill? No. Split check. But like? Supposedly it's like, I don't know, like probiotics or something. I don't know. No, that's not what it means. That is, I swear to God, if that's her reason.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probiotics.
It's to help you have a better life.
I'm giving you my poop so you can poop better.
Yeah.
No. You're basically just giving me shit pills, placebo pills. It's just fucking gross.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that bothered me. When you told me, I go, what?
It's pretty funny. So
just give it to the aliens.
Yeah, they'll probably.
I'm telling you right now, these motherfucking pills, these pills right here are not real.
Oh man, you have any shout outs to do?
Shout out to Wes Anderson.
Yeah, in the shed.
In the shed with Wes Anderson. Yeah, I need to listen to that latest episode.
Yeah.
Because, as I said before, if he hears this, like he's got a very calming voice. It's someone that you don't think you could ever have an argument with.
Yeah, it
would legitimately be a back and forth like debate of like, well, that's not what I agree, Steven.
Yeah,
and then I'd be the one to be like, fuck you, Wes. What the hell, man? What the hell?
And then you would feel bad for cussing at him.
He goes, whoa, bro. And is that how you okay?
Yeah, shout out to Wes. Shout out to Matt, Reginald Bartholomew Nappers, Bigfoot Crossroads. My brother from another mother. He's a good dude. Shout out to the Goo Gals.
Ooh, you're going to have to edit that. Goo Gals.
Goo Gals Paranormal.
All in the neighbor ghoul. It's all ghoul in the neighbor ghoul. I'm so proud of that Paula Abgul.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I can't think of Robert Cuddy, Caitlin, Candace, Courtney, my mom, grandma that listens to the show.
I want to do another shout out to Cliff Blazinski. You know who that is?
Yeah, from Gears of War.
Yeah. He has a Facebook, and he
friend you?
No, he responded to a comment that I commented on. I didn't think he was going to respond to it. But he posted something of Doctor Who. It's like a scene. It's like a real emotional scene where Doctor Who brings back. Oh man, what's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. He's a painter. Mm-hmm. The one that cut off his ear.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. He brought Vincent Van Gogh to the future, and he brought him to a Vincent Van Gogh exhibit. And because he kept telling Doctor Who, he goes, "Nobody appreciates my art. Nobody appreciates me. I'm very depressed." Mm-hmm. And then he brings him back, and then he sees all this, his artwork, stuff that he's never even painted yet. And that guy, Doctor Who asked, like, "What do you think about Vincent Van Gogh?" And he's like, "Oh, I think he's like the most brilliant artist." And he starts crying. So he's saying, like, Cliff Blazinski is like, "I really hope, like the games that I made, really inspired people. Mm-hmm. I really hope, like." And I reached out to him, and I was like, I commented, and I was like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, my best friend, I got a 360. I told him I was giving him a whole spiel. I was like, I got a 360 for Christmas. I didn't really have any games. My best friend gave me Gears of War. I've never heard of it. I played it, and I could not stop playing it. When Gears of War 2 came out, that was our game. We made so much memories. I'm very happy that I made so much memories with my friend. He's no longer here, but I always appreciate that you being that gateway for us to make our friendship stronger." Mm-hmm. And he like responded. He's like, "That means a lot, man. That really means a lot, and I'm so glad that I was able to do that for you and your friend." And he said, "Rest in peace to your friend."
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was like, "Oh man, he actually responded." I was like, "That's so cool."
Yeah.
So shout out to Cliff Blazinski for making Gears of War.
Yeah, hopefully he listens to us and come on to the show.
Man, if we can get him on the show, fangirl.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because we have someone in line after like mid-August. We'll not say it yet. But
okay.
We're working on getting on this person on here. You have any people that you're interested in?
There's a couple of people that I'm gonna reach out to, but right now I don't have anybody right now. So
well,
anyway,
we can get Wes Anderson back.
Yeah, we could, or even Yowie Dan.
Yowie Dan. Matthew, Reginald Nappers. He hasn't been calling lately.
No, he goes to bed early. He goes to bed early now. So I mean, he just goes to bed early.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I can do something with this show.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, say good night.
Good night and good luck.
Mwah.
Mwah.